Hello, my friends. Jim here from Jim Campbell Trucking. We've got another heartbreaking crash to cover, and this one hits extra hard. 8 people, including children, killed in a catastrophic tractor-trailer crash on I-85 in Georgia.
This crash wasn't just tragic, it was preventable. The driver of the tractor-trailer is charged with multiple serious offenses, including 8 counts of homicide. In our last video, we showed 2 other crashes tied to driver distractions. Here we see again how split-second decisions cost lives.
So, let's dig into what we know. What caused this crash, whether the driver was legal or impaired, and what investigations are finding so far.
This happened October 13, 2025, about 4:11 p.m. local time on I-85 northbound in Jackson County, Georgia, just south of mile marker 147 near Commerce.
A tractor-trailer was following too closely behind a 2014 Dodge Grand Caravan. The big truck struck the van from behind, and that impact triggered a chain reaction crash involving multiple vehicles.
The van burst into flames along with the tractor-trailer, and 4 other vehicles also got involved, a total of 6 vehicles in the pileup.
Tragically, 8 people were inside the van, 3 adults and 5 children, and they all died at the scene. Officials also say one of the adults was pregnant. The feticide charge is pending autopsy confirmation. 7 people in the van were pronounced dead at the scene, the Georgia State Patrol said shortly after the crash. The 8th body was discovered later at the crash site, Deputy Jackson County Coroner Dean Stringer said Tuesday. Details about where the victim was found were not immediately released.
Victims were all from the same family, which makes this horrific crash just that much worse. Authorities identified the names of the victims. The children ages ranged from 2 to 16, including a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, and other kids up to 16. Family members identified the deceased as Kenia Ramirez and Darwin Ventura along with their child Kale. They had another baby on the way. Sonia Maribel Ramirez, Kenia's mother, was also killed along with her children Justin, Andy, Natalie, and Evan.
The driver of the tractor-trailer has been identified as Kane Aaron Hammock, 33 years old, from Gainesville, Georgia. He was arrested and charged. Hammock, who describes himself as an owner-operator truck driver and an independent singer-songwriter, has owned his truck for around 10 years. A judge has set Hammock's bond at $98,000, and he remains in jail. Investigators from the NTSB have examined the truck to gather insights into the crash. Assistant Chief Adam Stevenson of the Commerce Fire Department described the scene, saying, "We had heavy fire coming from the tractor and multiple vehicles spread out. Firefighters who responded to the crash found the experience distressing, with Stevenson noting, "It's going to stick with me for a while. It's going to stick with all our guys."
Charges include 8 counts of second-degree vehicular homicide, 1 count of second-degree vehicular feticide for the unborn child pending confirmation. Also charges for following too closely, failure to exercise due care, and also that the big truck he was driving had no registration. Truckers sometimes lose sight of the fact that they're driving an 80,000-pound missile down the highway. You don't get to zone out, daydream, check out Facebook, or gab on your cell phone to a buddy.
So far, there is no public confirmation that the driver was intoxicated or on drugs. I didn't see any credible source reporting impairment as of yet. The investigation is still ongoing, Bernie.
That means we can't conclude as of yet whether he was using illegal substances or not, Jim. We'll have to wait for the toxicology report. However, that following too closely is a serious violation on its own, and investigators are treating it as a serious case of negligence. Drivers need to give themselves more time to get where they are going. Way too often, we see the root cause of accidents stemming from the driver being in a hurry, cause he or she was running behind. So my advice is to have all of your ducks lined up before you roll. Keep that phone out of reach, and remember, no load is worth somebody's life.
Remember the video we just dropped recently titled "Tragic Lessons from 2 Semi-Truck Crashes"? In that video, we covered 2 other accidents involving big trucks, one on I-70 in Colorado and the other on I-10 in Arizona, and they were both linked to distracted driving.
Yep, in those accidents, Jim, we saw clear examples of what happens when a lack of attention comes into play when driving. A tractor-trailer drifting off the road on a mountain downgrade in the Colorado crash, which killed all 3 occupants, including a 9-year-old girl. And we saw a prime example of what could happen if tailgating is involved with the crash in Arizona. In that incident, no one was seriously hurt. However, it could have easily gone the other way, and especially so when considering the end result was a trailer lodged in the windshield of the tractor trailer, all because the driver was following way too closely and couldn't stop. Those are extreme examples of distractions, but it happens every day on our nation's highways. We are trying to grow this channel to help truck drivers along with educating the general public. You can help us out by smashing that like button and the notification bell. Remember to subscribe and share this with another driver.
This latest crash on I-85 is unfortunately following the same pattern. Even if it's not proven that the driver was texting or looking away, following too closely implies a failure to maintain proper spacing and reaction time. That is essentially a form of distraction or inattention.
Truck drivers must always maintain enough stopping distance, especially when carrying heavy loads. Any distraction, even momentary or misjudging distance, can have catastrophic consequences.
The crash is under joint investigation. The Georgia State Patrol's Specialized Collision Reconstruction Team and the National Transportation Safety Board are both looking into mechanical data, speed, braking, and other contributing factors.
They'll examine the semi's logs, brake performance, whether there were any mechanical issues, driver hours, distractions, or possibly non-compliance with regulations. Those factors will determine whether the driver was compliant under CDL rules and regulations.
Since there's a charge for no registration, it suggests the truck might not have been properly registered. That is already a violation even without considering distraction.
And until the investigation completes, we don't know whether the driver was driving legally in terms of license, logbooks, or hours of service. That will come out in the reconstruction.
Truckers, this is a wake-up call. Whether you're on the road in the Colorado mountains, on an Arizona highway, or on a Georgia interstate, the same fundamental rule applies. Maintain your space, keep your focus, follow the law. The truth of the matter is none of this is new. Back in the day, we had the same kind of wrecks, just less cameras to record it and go viral on the internet. Top reasons? Speeding, fatigue, weather, mechanical failure. Today we add in distracted driving and sometimes less experienced drivers being rushed through training.
Even 1 second of inattention or too little space is enough to cause tragedy. The families inside that van lost everything in a matter of seconds. You know, back in the day when a guy was looking sleepy, we'd say he was driving with one eye open. That's trucker code for pull over before you end up on the 6 o'clock news. Who knows, maybe if we had more drivers using their CBs again, warning each other about potential issues, we'd prevent a few of these wrecks.
Please check your logs, obey spacing rules, don't follow too closely, keep proper registration, and always operate legally.
We'll update you as the investigation proceeds. If you ride past mile marker 147 on I-85, think about this crash. If you got a distracted driving story or lesson learned, drop it in the comments. It might just save somebody's life.
Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and drop us a line or two in the comments section about what you've learned from this. And let's keep each other safe out on the road. Protect your load, protect your rig, and protect yourself. Leave us a comment below with your thoughts and ideas. If it's a good idea, we will share it with everyone.
Subscribe for more trucking truth, and together we'll keep hammering this issue till somebody listens. Well, my friends, stay safe and stay loaded out there. Catch you on the rebound. Remember to keep that left door closed and your hands on the wheel.